Oh, hello there. Is my audio too loud? Hope not. Anyway, long time no see. And might you might have seen my house used to be, well, it is somewhere there, but the mod is obviously not finished, so I disabled it. Wow. That's a proper thunder. Right, so I need to lower the my headphones. Right, so I disabled it in order to just play today. And I might just take notice of different things that I had not previously, because I'm all for, decorating, and I'm in the decorating mode. Yes, so I will be looking for some nice odds and ends. Oh gosh, I love this little stag, I guess. But it looks like not an adult, right? It looks like a baby stag, but baby stags do not have horns, do they?
What brings you here?
Sightseeing. Passes. I love your face paint. Right, so I have not been playing for so long, I don't really remember what I've been up to. No. No. Come on. Journal, but let me show the quests. Thank you. So, I need to start the Thieves Guild. Because all those, I guess, most of them are back from Morrowind. Yeah, it would help if the quest log could be, divided between different sort of countries. Would be nice. So I guess I don't have anything open here at the moment. Only the bookstore. No. I think what we should do now.
Whatever you want.
Can you take me to Anvil? Probably.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Nah, it's not that I don't want to pay you 14 gold, but it's just I want to explore. So, oh shoot, we are about to... Oh gosh, we've got all sorts of stupid things with us. Why do I have those? I know, I looted the dead elf, and I took his common staff because I need to dress down for Thieves Guild quest, but a harpoon. How very mighty. 2 to 4 chop damage. I think I could just drop it. Right, so I really do want to have my cottage finished as soon as I only can. But I also want it to be like, complete. Because once I start putting stuff in it, there's no going back, basically. I once had that problem. I enabled my cottage. I started placing stuff in it. Loads of stuff, as you can possibly imagine. And then I found that something was not right. I don't remember what exactly, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is I had to... I basically had to change the mod. And if you make changes on an active mod, maybe you can, I don't know, patch it with maybe there is some kind of a patch for that. I don't really know, but it happens to me that if you make changes on an active mod, everything goes just bonkers. Like, you know, we've got stuff missing, and if you open the mod in the construction set, the stuff is where you originally had placed it, but it appears missing in your game, and everything appears like, you know, the worst thing could be that there's a floor missing or a wall missing. So yeah, terrible stuff. So I had to disable the mod and then re-enable it back. And my whole house was already filled with my stuff. It took me like 2 days. And I mean like real life days. Oh, maybe I over exaggerate a bit. But it took me really long time to just get everything away from the mod, out of the house. And you know, it's not like in Skyrim when if you are over encumbered, you actually can walk. No, you can't walk in Morrowind, of course. So it was so dreadful to take everything out, then make the necessary amends. Hello. Sorry. I just have to talk to them. Yeah, very... No. I will not mess with your nests, because I saw Alec opened the nest in the last episode, and the Tanthas were crazy. And yeah, it did not end up very well for them. Oh gosh, look at that. And now, this is the clouds. I don't really know if you can see the clouds. I don't really know what you can see at all, because it is quite apparent to me. It has dawned on me, sort of, last couple of days. Because I'm all for color mode, you know? I can just, you know, grab a butterfly. Nice. So about color mood and all the shaders. So the shaders basically affect colors, or the way of sort of interpreting colors, sort of treating the game as a raw file, and then sort of interpreting them. Oh, this is a perfect timing. So let me just tell you one brief thing. So I've been watching Alec, Borean Knight, obviously. I've been watching Alec fighting wolves and bears, and he disabled color move because he said it was bleaching his sky. Was it him or somebody made a comment that with color mode on, the sky is just white with no not only blue color, but also no clouds. So I looked at my game really, at all my print screens and pictures and all of that, and I thought, goodness, my sky is very light, but it's still bluish, and I can perfectly well see all my clouds. And then I've seen Alec fight some wolves and some bears, and his bears and wolves had just blue faces, like all of that thing that is black and white. It was all blue. And I asked him, do you see that your wolves and your bears have got blue faces? And he said, no, they seem normal. And it has dawned on me that it's just the blaming monitor, just the blaming calibration, that stuff. So I watch everything, and I play and I watch on calibrated monitor. So I am perfectly sure. Well, maybe not perfectly sure. One should never make such a, drastic assumptions. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that my colors are quite accurate. So when I say that my wolf has got a black nose, he has got a black nose, I'm pretty sure of that. And if I see a wolf that has got a blue nose, I'm pretty sure it's blue. But if you have got an uncalibrated monitor and you see your wolf normal, but you also see my wolf with bluish nose or yellowish nose, it would mean that your monitor is either on a cool or a warm side. And obviously your shaders can remedy that, or can exaggerate what is actually wrong with your monitor calibration. So I would just make the long story short. Do not please over-obsess with shaders as long as you do not have a calibrated monitor, because chances are you see what your monitor wants you to see and not what the shader author wants you to see, right? So yeah, for me, color mood just removes bluish undertone. For Alec, I'm pretty sure that color mood actually messes up with his white balance and color temperature. So yeah, take a close look at my wolf, and if my wolf seems off, chances are your monitor is not calibrated properly. Or mine. Fair, of course. But mine is regularly calibrated because I need it for my work, right? So it is like, my priority to have my colors accurate. So, right. All right. Stop talking. Start working, right? And, oh. What is that? Thanks. Nice. So now, will you let me just... Yeah. And I actually can see my sky being very, very dirty blue, but it's still very blue. Well, blue. Dirty blue, as I said, but there is a lot of blue and magenta undertones still. And I can also see all my... Good. I need my... What do I actually need? I don't know. I don't know. I think I need willpower and I need personality, yes? So, not too good. This sound the dying wolves make is just unnerving me because it sounds very much like a, you know, dog in pain. And when I hear a dog in pain, I get like, I'm in rage and I want to, you know, find the screaming animal and help them. So, yeah. So, sorry about the color ranting, but, you know, visuals and colors and all that sort of thing, it's just my thing. So, yeah. I think I got him. Oh, gosh. Now, do it now. Come on. Oh, come on. Stand up. I just love the horses in this game. They could be less blurry. It could be. But that said, I do not have this mod, the beautiful textures of Tamriel. Yes? Is that the name? So yeah, I do not have it yet. Because I thought it would... I just need to make sure I like it. I like every texture in that. So wow. So I really do need to just double check every texture. Maybe not every one, but the more, you know, significant. All right. I don't know why I left the other ingredient. So what did I want to talk about? Oh, so many things actually has been going on. So I have not been able to play much lately because I obviously do have work and a lot of work. And so I have been like, you know, editing my car shoots like crazy because I want to get them done before the spring arrives and before I have like, you know, current shoots to shoot and then edit. So I need to get all my last year's shoots done. So I've been doing that. Then I had a new commission, which is always a very welcome thing. This commission has been quite a nuisance for me because it is a product shoot, and product shoots are not very well, you know, they're not very economically efficient, if you get my meaning. Because, you know, you get paid for one picture, like spare change. So I have actually been a little bit reluctant to do that. But obviously I had to do it. There's no, you know, two ways about it. So those are bottles. They're plastic bottles, just water bottles, with very fun, very neat. I can get myself into a deep trouble, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Anvil. Come on, where is Anvil? Arcot, Hull Sadek, and Fort Heath. And Anvil is that way, obviously. Yeah, and I want to go to Anvil. Yeah, I will not go that way, not yet. So, I have been doing this water bottles, and they've got beautiful designs. I'm pretty sure that this thunder is too loud for you. Sorry, but I have no means of making it more silent. Anyway, we are going in Anvil. As soon as we get to Anvil, we are going in, and we are going to read. Because I have not been reading for a long time, and I miss it. And the worst thing is, well, the most significant thing is, there is so much wonderful lore in this iteration of Tamriel. I just do not want to miss on just like one story, all right? So, yeah, water bottles. They've got beautiful designs, and they're really, you know, nice, but they are also almost semi-translucent. So, like, everything is sort of, they reflect everything. And they also, they sort of show every little tiny, I don't know, dust spot or whatever. So they are really a nuisance to edit. So I've been... That's a nice frame. Oh yes, because it is a way shrine, and I love this way shrine. I have been here already, and I have taken like 100 pictures of it. Yeah. It is a nice frame with this little rat sort of thing. Yeah, but what I was meaning to say, yeah, so I've been really busy with my shoot and with my editing and, well, everything really. So this is one thing. The other thing is obviously my cottage that I've streamed live most of the work on the cottage, but not all, because obviously some of that is just too boring, or I might, you know, the best thing about streaming is obviously people you talk to while streaming. So if I'm have time, like, oh, come on, this rat. I mean, it's not a rat. It's not a beaver either, or maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, you deal with it. I don't want to look at it. Anyway, right. So I think I am. Factions are divided, but not quests. Sorry. Right. So I am in Mage's Guild, and I am going to I need to pick if I want to go to Mage's Guild and read all the books in Mage's Guild? Or do I want to go to the temple and read all the books in the temple? Mage's Guild. So quiet already. Yeah, so Mage's Guild is... I mean, the Mage's Guild hall in Anvil is just exquisite. I cannot even, you know, start... this is a little bit stupid because all those plants would not, you know, grow in this dark corner, but okay. I guess it's just temporary.
The indignity of it all.
I'm trying to find a frame, obviously. I was trying to get this, you know, this tapestry from behind the everything, but oh, this is better. You can have this tapestry a little bit more visible than the other one. What are you eating, an orange or something?
How'd that get wet?
All right. So yeah, this is Cyrodiil, and I have no idea where she came from, sort of, because there is Cyrodiil in Altmer, in Oblivion, and she is the steward, right? So yeah, I love your eyes. I don't very much like your shiny trinkets on your face, but I do love your eyes. So I'm look
the vision, then the conjuration. This is unsettling.
Look how tall is she in comparison to my pathetic little elfish self. My pathetic real Dunmer posture, right? So yeah, do I want anything? Actually, I don't want anything because I am almost full.
Ah, greetings. What shall we talk about?
Eudoxia Ursius.
It wants something. What does it ask?
And Alex said that
That robe makes me look like a house.
high elves are basically like walking bananas, and I cannot disagree. Very tall bananas.
A pleasure to meet you.
Calarius Sadnix. All right. I think we should like
Please, by all means, I'm listening.
Enola Colossus. Scroll case. Yeah, origins, destruction or distraction. Oh, that is really, you know,
Mother said
A-
there'd be days
a
like
good-
this.
a good question. So I remember in his first playthrough, I guess it was his first playthrough, Alec did this. Had his sort of stash in here, and everything, all the floor was like covered in his staff. The alchemist, Dratan. A treatise on calcinator use. All right. So I don't see many law books.
How may I help you?
Oh.
I'm ready for anything.
Inter
Go ahead.
Amber Hun. I cannot say. No, to be honest, she looks very much like me, like in real life. Yeah, so Reman, son of Ramana, some law books coming here. The first Amiel, the second, the Healer's Tale, Red Gods. Distributed Soul. The 1000 spirits of Old Cyrod. Manada. Oh gosh. So here we actually do have a lot of lore. Now I need to make my, make my mind. What do we want to read? The Line of Emperors? Nah. Pocket Guide to the Empire. I feel like everybody has read it already. A History of Saturalia. So many Roman inspiration. Before the ages of man. This is a properly,
dark in here so you can't see the dirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's a long read. All right. Grab a cup. I've got, I think it's English breakfast. Or just English tea, something like that. Right. Ein Kata of Shimmerin. High Elf, no doubt. Timeline Series. Volume 1. Before men came to rule Tamriel, and before the chronicles of the historians recorded the affairs of the rulers of Tamriel, the events of our world are known only through myths and legends, and through the divines-inspired teachings of the 9 divines. You know what has dawned on me? And I know it doesn't speak very highly of my brilliance, but it has dawned on me that actually Emperor Zero is Julius Caesar and Talos is Augustus. Gosh, how could I not have seen it before? I mean, is inspired by, obviously. One thing I don't understand, why Emperor Zero, I mean, he was not technically an emperor, as Julius Caesar was not technically a Caesar. Why his name is, what was it? Kukulin? Something, And it is very much alike Kukulin. Like, this Irish mythical Irish warrior. So, warrior hero. So why have they named him in a very Celtic manner, while he has clearly been sort of inspired by Julius Caesar? Anyways, for convenience, historians divide the distant ages of prehistory into two broad periods of time, the Dawn Era and the Merethic Era. So very much like before Common Era and Common Era, right? So the Dawn Era. Dawn Era is that period before the beginning of mortal time, when the feats of the gods take place. The Dawn Era ends, actually, so it's not before Common Era, it's before it's like Pleistocene or something. The Dawn Era ends with the exodus of the gods and magic from the world at the founding of the Adamantine Tower. So Adamantine Tower is in Somerset, I think. I'm not sure. If I was sure, I would not be reading that, right? The term Merethic comes from the Nordic, literally, era of the earths. Well, obviously, because Mer, what does Mer mean? Everybody knows. The Merethic era is the prehistoric time after the exodus of the gods and magic from the world, at the founding of the Adamantine Tower, and before the arrival of Esgramor the Nord in Tamriel. The following are the most notable events of the Dawn Era, presented roughly in sequence, as it must be understood, I think, by creatures of time such as ourselves. So, the Dawn Era featured no time, really. The cosmos formed from the orbis, chaos or totality by Anu and Padme. Akatosh or Oriel formed the time, and time began. The gods at Ada formed. Lorcan convinced or tricked the gods into creating the mortal plane, Nirn. The mortal plane was at this point highly magical and dangerous. As the gods walked, the physical makeup of the mortal plane and even the timeless continuity of existence itself became unstable. When Magic or Magnus, architect of the plans for the mortal world, decided to terminate the project, the gods convened at the Adamantine Tower, or Direni Tower, the oldest known structure in Tamriel, and decided what to do. Most left when magic did. Others sacrificed themselves into other forms so that they might stay. The Elnophae. Lorcan was condemned by the gods to exile in the mortal realms, and his heart was torn out and cast from the tower, where it landed a volcano formed. With magic, in the mythic sense, gone, the cosmos stabilized. Elven history, finally linear, began. Yeah, so Elnophae were... But the gods, so there were like 8 gods at the time, right? So I don't really understand who Elnophae were. I thought Elnophae were the first people, but oh gosh. Okay. The Merethic era. The Merethic era was figured by early Nord scholars as a series of years numbered in reverse order backwards from the beginning of time, the founding of the Comoran dynasty, recorded as year 0 of the first era. The prehistoric events of the Merethic era are listed here with their traditional Nordic Merethic dates. Nice. So it's like normal, BC, right? The earliest Merethic date cited by King Harald's scholars was 2500. Yeah, the Nordic reckoning of the first year of time. As such, the Merethic era extends from 2500 in the distant past to year 1, the year before the founding of the Cameron dynasty and the establishment of the White Goat Tower as an independent city-state. According to King Harald's bards, 2500 was the date of construction of the adamantine tower on Balfira Island in High Rock, the oldest known structure of Tamriel. So I thought it was in Somerset, not in High Rock. All right. This corresponds roughly to the earliest historical dates given in various unpublished Elvish chronicles. During the early Merethic era, the aboriginal beast peoples of Tamriel, the ancestors of the Khajiit Argonian, Orcish and other beast folk, lived in preliterate communities throughout Tamriel. Well, the author just neatly, slides over the problem of how those beast people came to be, right? They just appeared out of thin air. Yeah. In the Middle Merethic era, the Aldmeri mortals or of elven origin, refugees left the doomed and now lost continent of Aldmeris, also known as Old Elnofey, and settled in southwestern Tamriel. What happened to the Aldmeris or Old Elnofey continent? Just nobody seems to be interested in. The first colonies were distributed at wide intervals on islands along the entire coast of Tamriel. Later inland settlements were founded primarily in fertile lowlands in southwest and central Tamriel. Wherever the beast folk encountered the elves, the sophisticated, literate, technologically advanced Aldmeri cultures displaced the primitive beast folk into the jungles, marshes, mountains, and wastelands. Yeah. I would really like to know how they came to be, It's pretty, obvious that they were sort of created by those who stayed, or Elnofey, right? So are Elnofey the 8 divines? I think. I don't know. This text does not make it quite clear. Anyway, the adamantine tower was rediscovered and captured by the Dureni, a prominent and powerful Aldmeri clan. The crystal tower was built on Somerset Isle. Oh, I knew there was something going on in Somerset Isle. And later, White Goat Tower in Cyrodiil. During the Middle Merethic era, Aldmeri explorers mapped the coast of Vardenfell, building the first era high elven wizard towers at Ard Redania, Balfell, Tel Arun, and Tel Mora in Morrowind. Oh gosh! It feels like home, doesn't it? But where is Ard Redania? Is it Old Ebonheart? No, it was Kalan. Balfell? All right. Oh yes, Ard Redania is old stronghold, isn't it? I need to look into it. It was also during this period that Aelid, not Eyelid, I think, wild elven settlements flourished in the jungles surrounding Wide Gold Tower. Yes, the jungles surrounded Cyrodiil. Yes. Wild elves, also known as the Heartland High Elves, preserved the Dawn era magics and language of the Elnofey, ostensibly the tribute land to the High King of Alinor. The Heartland's long lines of communication from the Somerset Isles' sovereignty effectively isolated Cyrodiil from the High Kings at Crystal Tower. I understand nothing of that sentence. But I guess it just means that the elves basically spread into Aelids in Cyrodiil and high elves in Crystal Tower or Somerset Isles. The late Middle Merethic era is the period of the High Velothi culture. The Chimer. Like, I've heard many people say Chimer, and they said, like, you know, you pronounce chimney like chimney and not chimney, so why do you pronounce Chimer like Chimer? Yeah, I still think that Chimer sounds better. The Chimer ancestors of the modern Dunmer, or Dark Elves, were dynamic, ambitious, long-lived elven clans devoted to fundamentalists' ancestor worship. The Chimer clans followed the prophet Velath out of the ancestral elven homelands in the southwest to settle in the lands now known as Morrowind, despising the secular culture and profane practices of the Dwemer. The Chimer also coveted the lands and resources of the Dwemer, and for centuries provoked them with minor raids and territorial disputes. The Dwemer, or dwarves. No, please don't. Don't. The Dwemer. The dwarves are in Middle-earth, right? Ugh. Three free-thinking, reclusive elven clans devoted to the secrets of science, engineering, and alchemy established underground cities and communities in the mountain range, later the Velothi Mountains, separating modern Skyrim and Morrowind. The late Merethic era marks the precipitous decline of Velothi culture. Some Velothi settled in villages near declining and abandoned ancient Velothi towers. Why? Like, why? Why would they decline? Why? During this period, Velothi high culture disappeared on Vardenfell Island. The earliest Dwemer freehold colonies date from this period. Degenerate Velothi devolved into tribal cultures, which, in time, evolved into the modern great houses of Morrowind, or persisted as the barbarian Ashlander tribes. The only surviving traces of this tribal culture are scattered Velothi towers and Ashlander nomads on Vardenfell Islands. The original first-era High Elven Wizard Tower along the coasts of Tamriel were also abandoned about this time. It was in the late Merethic era that the pre-literate humans, the so-called Nedic peoples, from the continent of Atmora, also Altmora, or the Elder Wood, in Aldmeris, migrated and settled in northern Tamriel. The Nord culture hero Isgramor, leader of a great colonizing fleet to Tamriel, is credited with developing a runic transcription of Nord speech based on elvish principles, and so Isgramor is considered the first human historian. Isgramor's fleet landed at Xarikhat, at the extreme northern tip of Skyrim's Broken Cape. Wherever Xarikhat is, No idea, actually. The Nords built a legendary city of Sarthal. Well, I know where Sarthal is. The elves drove the man away during the Night of Tears, but Isgramor soon returned with his 500 companions. Good, not 300. He would not have made it with 300. Also, during the late Merethic era, the legendary immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, and king, variously known as Pelinal Whitestrake, Harald Hairy Briggs, Ismir, Hands of the Fox, etc., wandered Tamriel, gathering armies, conquering lands, ruling, then abandoning his kingdoms to wander again. So Pelinal was Ismir. Quite, that's all. Strange. What else can we read about, the most ancient times? Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. How about this one? Yeah, because I'm very much interested in this Old Cyrod. 1,000 Spirits of Old Cyrod, but by Umalkyo Trico, I think. Cyrodiilic religion can be confusing for outsiders. Most Imperials who frequent the provinces, Colovian soldiers and colonists mostly, have rather formulaic relations with their gods and consider attendance of a cult little more than a social obligation or investment. Besides the 8 and 1 divines, very fitting. Most of this Imperial hold a private allegiance to one of Cyrodiil's many minor gods or saints. Oh, so that are the Urn of Fire, right? But to inquire into one's personal faith is considered rude, even among friends. At least, that is the pragmatic mindset most often encountered in Colovia or in the provincial colonies. However, anyone familiar with the central valleys will tell you that not all Imperials adhere to this attitude. In the bustling river cities of the Nibene and the heartlands, thousands of gods, Daedra, and saints are honored in extravagant fashion. Prophets expound in the secrets, horoscopics. Oh God, what is that? I need to check that out. Horoscopic. Roam the marketplaces. Are they like soothsayers or something? Gaudy processions carry mummified saints across the cities. Canals are choked with chromatic funeral barges. Pilgrims throng around the ancient shrines, and blind priests glide serenely through the crowd, shrouded in moths. Yeah, I've read about the ancestral moth cult. It's so esoteric and so mystical, and it's Ancient cults compete for the loyalty of the people, offering vocational training, political favors, or life eternal when they are not embroiled in other frequent intersectional temple wars. Embroiled. Yeah. To an outsider, this wealth of religious fervor can appear overwhelming, even threatening. Ignorance of the dominant saints, doctrines, and cults in any given place can spell doom for the itinerant traveler. This short guide, printed with the generous patronage of the Imperial Seminary, is aimed at the provincial immigrant wishing to understand this most vibrant part of Imperial society. I'm so happy I picked this book. The Divines. Worship of the divines is universal throughout Cyrodiil, and almost every village has a shrine or temple dedicated to one of their number. Failure to observe proper respect for the creator gods is frowned upon. Even within other cults, provincials will no doubt know the imperial cult for their generous and compassionate missionary service, though they might not know that the cult's teachings in the provinces differ from native Cyrodiilic practices. The imperial cult and its mother house, the imperial seminary in Tiberiat, where's that? Are organizations directed by the imperial authorities to spread the faiths and the benefits of imperial civilization to the provinces. They are generously sponsored by their patrons, the Great Faiths and the Talos cult, who voluntarily contribute missionaries and funds for their good works. Within the imperial province, the Great Faiths hold sway, syncretic priestly orders who cooperate to ensure that all imperials have access to their blessings and services. The Faiths enjoy the patronage of the emperor and his servants, and their message is so ingrained in the imperial people that it is hardly possible to call oneself an imperial without honoring the 9 divines, or the 8 and 1, as some still call them. The Talos cult is sometimes considered one of these orders, though it is by far the youngest, and it differs from the other faiths in its organization and operations. Besides the Great Faiths, the 9 are also worshipped by a large variety of charismatic subcults, who honor a single facet of a divine instead of the abstract whole. Examples are the Red Dawn Templars, the Temple of Scales, the Kinarcheks cult, the Citizenship cult, the Order of the Psychopompoi. What is that? The Mehakarites? Mehakarites? Gosh. The Instructor Order, or the Therati Knights Merchant. These facet deities are sometimes worshipped under a different name, blurring the line with the minor gods. Some of these are considered subordinate to the Great Faiths. The other distinguish themselves in terms of doctrine or political affiliation. Now comes the good stuff, the minor gods. Saints and spirits. Imperials also honor many hero gods and protector spirits. Such gods are usually of regional importance, influential only in their home cities or near their most dear pilgrimage sites. It is always a good idea to inform about local cults when arriving in an eastern town. Most notable of are the El Esha cult, the Order of the Breath of Kain, the Kala cult. I thought Kain was Skyrim god, not Nibanian. The Kala cult, the Temple of Missing, the Ramanati cult, the Order of the Ancestor Moth, the Cult of Heroes, the Palinati cult, the Emperor Zero cult, so Julius Caesar, the Esoteric Order of Shaw, and the Temple of the One. Many more exist. So Temple of the One, which we see in Oblivion, is actually one of the many cults. It sounds very monotheistic, doesn't it? Related to the category of culture, category, am I pronouncing it right? I think. Of culture heroes are the Saints of Cyrod, a vast and eclectic hagiography of exemplar spirits closely linked to the divines. In imperial theology, saints and mortals who have transcended the sphere of the mundus by way of exceptional virtue or adherence to the principle of the divines, often defined by way of a covenant with a patron divine. The saints are so numerous that any listing is per definition incomplete. The Daedra. While most Daedra or Daedra. Daedra. Why am I confusing that? I don't know. While most provincial cultures maintain a superstitious fear of the Daedra, the people of Cyrodiil have long embraced an enlightened attitude towards the intercessors of the void. The Daedric princes are regarded as any other god, no more dangerous or amoral than the many spirits of the mortal plane. Any nefarious intent from them or their agents is easily waylaid by the pacts of Akatosh, Arche, Talos, and the emperors, which shield the mortal plane and its inhabitants. Yeah, so it was the Alessia who made a pact with Akatosh to shield the Mundus from oblivion, sort of trying to conquer it. The most important Daedric princes in Cyrodiil are Sanguine, Clavicus, Vernima. Vernima? I thought it was Vermina. All right. Periite, whose worship is institutionalized in the Red Dancer cult, Little Key cult, Dried Lotus cult, and False Worm cult. Other Daedra are also honored, though the more violent and nihilistic cults are, of course, prohibited. Dagon worship, quite popular until the events of the simulacrum, has been censored thoroughly. Yeah. The totem societies. The last and perhaps oldest category of faiths are the animal spirits worshipped in the rural Nibonese East. A remnant of early Nedic practices, the totem societies exist as representative triads for certain professions, communities, and social classes. The nature of their faith is difficult to grasp for outsiders. The societies do not worship an animal so much as the idea of an animal, understood as the conscious manifestation of a denomination or of their ancestor spirits. A totem is only as powerful as the group it represents. If they are wealthy, powerful, and united, so is the totem. Many Nibonese consider the empire as a whole a kind of totem society dedicated to the dragon spirit. Oh, that's interesting. But very, makes sense. Most societies lack a clear hierarchy or organization. They are heterogeneous, and membership is determined by class, profession, location, or family. The most influential societies are the bull, the moth, the snake, the kuto. What's the kuto? And the gila. I have no idea what that is. It must be some, names for some birds, I think. I need to find it out. Though many more exist across the social strata. Rumors speak of a prohibited tiger society, which worships the ancient Gestalt spirits of the jungle, though it seems doubtful that any sane individual would seek to appease such grotesque and outlandish gods, if they even exist at all. Like, tiger? Tigers are not grotesque. Right. Whew. I need to just take it in,
May I be of assistance?
Olosh. Hello, Olosh. My mother called me Olosh. I'm a mage in the Cyrodiil Mages Guild. All right. I think everybody's, as their mother called them. Most of us, actually. Duties. Speak with Thesia. Yeah, I know. Rumors? Have you heard the rumors about the Shore King. They say he is the heir of some ancient ruler, come to Anvil in order to claim the throne, but he can't truly be real, can he? Of course he's real. You should watch Alex's playthrough. He beat him. Secret. They say that in other provinces, vampires can be recognized by their monstrous features. Here in Cyrodiil, vampires are said to be weaker, but they can hide and pass among normal people unnoticed. Yeah, I know, I've met one. And he looked just like a normal Atma. Marina. The marina is Anvil's largest quarter. Most of the city guilds and businesses can be found there, along with the Temple of the First Breath. Yeah, and the Bazaar of the Abyssinian. Temple of the Bella Estetica. It's a very popular pilgrimage destination and probably the biggest temple to Dibella in all of Tamariel. Look for the huge dome. Yeah, I know, I've been there. Right? Port Quarter. Anvil's famous harbours span the entire breadth of the city and host ships from around the empire. Yes, I know, I've seen some strange things like, the bone and skin ships from Balenwood. There is no better port of origin for a traveller seeking passage to the far-flung lands of the Imperial West. All right, Fort Telodrak is a headquarters of the Imperial West Navy, the oldest and most storied of the Emperor's cardinal fleets. Garden Quarter. The verdant Garden Quarter lies in the southeast of the city, around the Temple of the Bella Estetica. The neighborhood is home to Anvil's wealthiest and most powerful families. All right. So, wow, that's a cozy place. A very kitchen still life. Mysterious Akavir. Yeah, I need to read that as well. Mutton and cheese? Come on. Raw mutton. Come on. Local businessmen arrested. I think it's about the sea elf, right? So,
Well met.
we've read here. There's a dining sort of place here. The lecture hall here. And then the alchemist. Yeah.
Really?
You know what? I think I could... Look, I'm in your guild. You should like me more. Helped. Right, maybe I could sell her something. I'm pretty sure I do not need everything. A chameleon. Yeah, I don't like shields, but it could come handy. Yeah, resist anything is just useless. To me, I mean. Yeah, resist shock. Restore willpower. This could handy, but why two of them? Restore magicka. Everything I can have. Sanctuary. I should use my sanctuary more often. Magicka resistance. Well, this could actually be handy against mages, right? Lightning shield. Let's leave it for... Fortified personality can actually be handy. Yeah. Oh, shoot. All right, now max sale offer done. Nice background. Dratan sees you. She is busy brewing potions, always working, never rest. It makes Dratan think her hair must soon fall out, like those mooncats. You've got a very mooncat eyes, don't you? Blue flax flowers. I do have some flax flowers around my cottage. Alright, so now I think we could just go upstairs.
Unexpected. Please, go ahead.
And upstairs, there are actually two upstairs, right? The Healer's Tale and
Associate, I see.
Disaster at Ionith. And you know what? This is really this is horrible, but I know that Disaster at Ionith is in like I think every Elder Scroll game, and I have never read it. Assyria Junoris. What's wrong with your face? I know it's supposed to be a face paint, I think, but it looks like you've been badly, wounded. Right. Here
What
is
can I do for you, friend?
Marcon Laval, and I guess he's the enchanter. Hand of a Gentle Reaver. What a nice name. Lock. Look. Come on. Come on. Where is my far-reaching? Come on. No, I need hand for that. And I obviously need this. Maybe not master. Right. So see? Easy peasy. Now I probably even can like open it without him noticing. Oh, it's just his private room. Oh, now I feel awkward. Ah. Do I? Oh, no. What a temptation. No, I can't. Claypot. Holidays of the Iliac Bay. Galarian the Mystic. And then a common shirt. All right. Wealth of Wayrest. And Daedra Worship. All right. Sovereign Charm. No, I'm not. I don't want to steal from him. I was just curious what was in here. So those are the beds, and there is also this gentle woman who sells spells. And she also knows something about the latest rumors. I keep getting startled by Marcant Laval. I don't know if he's using some kind of enchantment, or if he just blends in really well. He just blends in. Trust me on that. Oh, this is this. Oh, wow. Great. Just, great little space. Thresby Sunset. Where is Thresby?
Well met. What is it?
What happened to your eye? not too small, Jan. Noble Nightblade and journeyman of the Cyrodiil Mages Guild. Nightblade. Well, he sells spells. Good to know. Mescurin Mountains landscape. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. On necromancy, I think we have already seen this book downstairs. Aliu. All right. And now we can go upstairs, either here or through the other doors, right? Yep. And there is Ticia, and she's got some most exquisite tapestries here with fawns and some other spirits, I guess. Come on. Just come on. It's so easy. It's, it's embarrassing. Oh, shoot. Oh, why? What has happened? Why can't I just, I don't know, maybe it was a little bit too far. Wow. The Holy Brothers of Maruk, the Law and the Will, and then Pension of the Ancestor Moth. And then some nice rope I don't care for, really. Blank scrolls. Who would put blank scrolls in Welkin stone? Oh, beautiful. Come on, I've got loads of them. More books. Teleportation praxis. Oh, wait. What is that? Belt of Healy. Saliach helm. Wow, it looks very albeit. Wow. And then an albeit chest. Gold albeit coin. And square albeit coin. And yeah. Wow. This is tempting. Still life exploration. Nice. She does not see me. What a stupid, really. Nothing really worth stealing. Pala. Anvil Mages Guild key. Why would I need key for? What would I need a key for if I can just, you know, help myself anyway? Into any place. I don't really want to steal from her. She's my boss after all. Isn't she? Look, she's got a private bath. Very much like I do. She doesn't have water in her bathtub. I guess she can just like conjure some water. Scroll of the Falling Barrier. All right. I've been good. I haven't helped myself into your possessions, so...
Anytime, friend. I'm right here.
Oh, are you? Yeah. So, oh, wow. Some albeit. Life and the Animate? I've never heard of that book. Burial of the Moths. Diamonds of Kings. Effects of the Elder Scrolls. Oh, I like the dusk with the white gold tower emblem on it. Walking dust. Wow. Wow. Astrolabe. This is something I need in my home. Lesser Catechism of Julianus. Who would have thought that she follows Julianus?
You're doing all right for yourself.
Oh, do I? Artificial diseases. On necromancy. Everything is on necromancy here. The War of the Birds, Armament of Kings again, Port of Anvil again. Alright. No, I'm not, you know, stealing. Nightshade. Alright, so... Oh gosh, an hour and a half. So, actually, we could take our first duty. Yeah. I know the quest. I know the quest because I've seen it. I've seen Alec do it like twice, so I know the quest. But I have never done it myself, so maybe it's high time, isn't it? The Imperial Legions are currently engaged in a mission to clear the Strident Coast of lingering undead along the forts and roads. I want you to deliver the scrolls to Aurata Oskra, the second in command at 4th Heath. You'll find her in the general quarters. Lingering undead. Yes, the Strident Coast has a sizable population of masterless undead. The Queen and Kingdom are too tied up with politics to waste their time with it. And so it falls to the Guild to ensure their extermination. Yeah, I know. I'm Tissia, Master Wizard and Steward of the Anvil Mages Guild. I'm a battle mage by training. All right. You don't like me all that much. 76 only. I think we are about to become very close. All right. So,
Greetings, Dunmer. How may I help you?
are you an alchemist? No, you do nothing. Like, no, you don't sell. I'm Celarus Apiasus, a magician and mage in service to the Cyrodiil Mages Guild. And one would think that magician and mage are like similar terms. Tissia often requests my counsel on matters of guild politics. You look very Nibanian, don't you? All right. I guess we have read enough for today. We have actually done enough. Now, see the clouds. I do see the clouds. I hope you do too. Hint. So let's go to Fort Heath. Before we do, I need a second cup of tea. Just a second. Right, let's go. No, now I don't see any clouds. It's just overcast. Who's breathing? Now, where's this Fort Heath? Here it is, all right. Who's breathing? Is it? No. It is just plant, a weed, you can say. Even though I don't believe there are weeds. I mean, I believe there are no weeds. Because every plant has got a purpose. Right. There is one other thing that is really like, you know, getting into me. And that thing is, for the past like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't even really remember, but I have had this quite a severe ache in my, well, it started with my back, like sort of left back, and then it sort of moved into the arm, and now it's actually most of the most of the arm, the hand, the shoulder, the hand, the elbow. And thankfully it's the left hand, but still. And I'm right-handed, so yeah, but still, it is such a nuisance. And it prevents me from sleeping well and from, well, doing lots of stuff, and it's just a nuisance. And I would really like to, you know, get rid of that. Right. Let's not dwell on that. It's just I have to make sure that my elbow is sort of supported at all times. So especially when I'm on the computer doing anything, and I, you know, I'm on my computer like, I guess I missed the path quite badly. Oh wow. Here it goes again, you see? This scenery. I love it so much. So So yeah, I just need to make sure that I'm very mindful about the position of my hand, and I just wonder, I would like to know what caused it, because I have no idea, really. No idea whatsoever what caused this pain. And why is it so very, you know, movable? This is a nice neighborhood. Yeah, I think 2 houses for a province would be excessive, but... Well, province, not a province. How do you call Strident Coast? Region, yeah. So 2 would be excessive, right? So I cannot build another cottage here, but I like it a lot. So where are we? Fennel, I guess. Yeah. And the corn. Durata stalk. Looks like just corn. And liquor vine. Whatever that is.
That robe makes me look like a house.
Liquor. I have no idea what that is. Looks a bit like tomato. Just a bit. I need it in my garden, though. Together with corn. What a nice cottage. This is a proper nice cottage. My house looks like a manor in comparison to that. Halted. A nice little cozy space.
Time to talk? I have a few minutes.
Yeah, I think I need those weapon rakes in my house as well. I don't have anything to show off my weapons. What is that? Are you? And Cyrodiil brandy. All right. Cyrodiil. Hello, Cyrodiil. Welcome to halted adventure. I'm the reeve of this village. So the reeve, yeah, is somebody important. A reeve is an appointee of the Queen of Anvil, assigned to one of the smaller settlements throughout the kingdom. We collect taxes, keep census records, settle legal disputes, and maintain critical infrastructure like roads and bridges. My predecessor did a sorry job on that last count, so my very first act in office was replacing the collapsed wooden bridge with a new, sturdier one. I don't gossip, adventure. It gets in the way of getting things done. Right. I have been entrusted with the stewardship of this village, and I take this duty very seriously. Yes, I can tell. Right now, the Kingdom of Anvil imports a lot of its food from the east, and our own agricultural settlements like Halted and Marav go underappreciated by the nobles and merchants of the city. But if those supply routes are ever cut by unrest in the provinces, it'll be these fields here that feed Anvil. Yeah, I know. I'm the reeve of Halted, tasked by the crown with keeping order and making sure taxes are collected and roads maintained. All right. Right. Come on. Come on. I don't even have to use like anything. Now, I don't obviously want to steal anything, but if she happens to have something like expensive amulet, and there's the expensive ring with these diamonds. So it's like badge of office, I would. Small. Nah. The Blood Money Siege and the legendary city Cyrodiil. You know what? I'll try and like buy these books like a normal person. Yeah. I unlocked it for you so you could go and have a nap. Right. Very, very nice little village. Shrine of Cyrodiil. Yeah, sure. Just don't give me a bubble. Rights of the Imperator. Fortify willpower and nothing else. Which is fine. Just fine. Now, where is the fort I need to go to? There. All right. Let's just go then. Wow, this is the mill house. Oh, I do remember the water mill. I do remember my favorite. All right. My favorite mod for Isaacus Garatius. Right. I should probably talk to the man, but not now. I've got my task. I will come back here. Yeah. So, yeah, my favorite mod for Oblivion was Millstone Farm. Made by Kurana, and I was very much disappointed to find that she like stopped modding after that. She did no mods for Skyrim, as far as I know. I was really disappointed, but because she would have made like wonders. Hello, Masquerade. Come on. I think we are there, aren't we? Yeah, it is very, very bright at the moment, and my sky is like the brightest blue, but still blue. And I do see the clouds. Yep. If I disabled color mode, I would probably see it much more clearly, but it's exactly how I picture the day, the bright day in the Mediterranean. So where is the good lady I was to speak to? The quarter house? Is this the tavern? Yeah, general quarters. That's the place, I think. Yeah, I have not been watching very closely. Ureta Oskra.
What do you need?
Yeah, so this is the armor that Alec was liking so much. And I guess even though he has got probably smoother texture and stuff like that, it does not look very dissimilar. So I really do like it the way as it is. I don't think I actually do need retextures on it. Anyway. Yeah, good lady. Yes, Thank you, this will help. Tell Ticia everything else is well enough here. All right. Lingering undead. It's a problem. A lot of people think it's a disgrace that there's still so many dead roaming the shore after all this time. Clearing them out isn't as simple as you imagine. Nobody has a real sense for the scope of the problem until they're forced to try and solve it. All this time? Since the Cameron usurpers' invasion, yes. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. If you're really interested, get in a room with that court mage, Barberalon, up in Goldstone. He can fill you in. I think I need to do that. I think I need to, get my history lessons. Background. Yeah. Sapilius Tavertius, a commander. He takes care of communication with superior officer and is the public face of the fort. That's fine by me. I prefer to let my results speak for me. That has served me well so far. The two of us make a good team, in our own way. Yeah, Ticia. I've served alongside her in the past. She's a good sort. A doer. I've heard she treats her guildhall a bit like her own personal platoon, but with good reason. What can I do? You could like me a little bit more. Come on. Oh, come on. Thank you. This will do. Now, oh God, look at the pattern on the pillar and the ceilings. Wow. A little tiny bit Dwemer. Just a little tiny bit. I don't mind. Like the rock, I used it in my house, I think. I mean, I know. I used it. Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of this one. Yeah, that's a sorry sight. People sleeping in that sort of huge space. Hello?
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
In Faltrill. Ah! I'm very busy right now. Without Neralius's help, I'm carrying all correspondence for the fort. Good day. What's happened with Neralius? What's happened to Neralius then? Well, you can get all the records and lists and all the other stuff, and yeah. I don't know where I am going, actually. Hello, Githel, Nylian. Are you ready to spar? Really?
All right, I'm listening.
Have you armor? Not really. Not really. Yeah, what can you tell me about your boss? She's second in command, yes, I know. She does her job well and with enthusiasm. Yeah, and the guy? Commander Sapilius Tarvetius is the ranking officer at the fort. He mostly keeps to himself in the commander's chamber, preferring to let his second-in-command manage the day-to-day operations of the fort. All right. All right. I guess I'm getting... Yeah, commander's chamber. Why have I come here? I don't know.
In the front lines on the war against crime.
Plasia Rusadia. So, who might you be? I'm a god. All right. Blades? The Emperor's spies. But no one knows who they are. All right. Rumors? Fourth Heath is the only active Legion garrison in the Kingdom of Anvil at the moment. Fort Swordmoth and Fort Wavemoth were both destroyed during the invasion of the Cameron usurper. At least Fort Wavemoth's lighthouse is still intact, so the Legion has a small outpost on the coast. There's also detachments at the tall houses on the borders with Such and Kvutch. Yes, I know. All right. Secret? Despite her boasting about the Iron Man, I hear that Apinora Asorinus and Warren are more than just tavern keeper and bartender. What? This is not secret, it's just pure gossip. Whatever the boasting about the Iron Man is supposed to mean, but don't gossip. Secrets are not gossips, actually. I don't think. Right? So, good sir.
Any time now.
You've got the most ridiculous hat, but that's all right. You're probably looking for Orata Oskra. She handles all the fort's day-to-day operations. Yes. Urata is a stellar second in command. She takes charge, shows initiative, and handles the daily operations of the fort well. I rarely have to attend to anything besides communications from my superiors, which is just fine by me. I'm Sapilgusta Vertis, commander of 4th Heath. From my post here, I administer the mine and the security of the region. It's from 4th Heath that the Legion gets the iron it needs to protect the Empire and uphold the rule of law. I love your hat. I really love your hat. I mean your hat. Your hat. Come on. All right, so I like your beard too. Even worse. All right, so what can I admire? Maybe your armor? Quite nice. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Yeah. He has got far more personality than Legion casualty list. Oh. 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 All right. Drawers. All right. I don't really think this would be too hard to break into. Yep. Yeah, so Imperial Templar boots, right? Come on, come on. Yeah. So extravagant stuff, yeah. Oh gosh. No, thank you. All right. Wow. Fancy helmet. 8,000. You know what? I didn't like his attitude very much. So, sorry. Fortress talisman. Yes. extravagant shoes, I guess. Colovian bread and some silk. I don't know why he needs silk on his death stand, bed stand. Cursed. Of course. Oh, you know what? I'm acting stupid. But alright. Alright. So, now we should go back to Tissia, right? If I can find my way down. It appears I can. Alright. So, now... Here? Alright. Very nice. So, let's go to the tavern. Maybe we can pick up some other juicy gossip. Oh, the Iron Man is the tavern. Oh, sorry.
I'm not busy now. What do you need?
So you're a couple. Alright, let's be open-minded. If you're looking for beds. No, I'm not. Up there on the fireplace is the Iron Man. The only man I ever found a need for. Alright, now I understand this little secret. Ha! Warren. Warren? I think Warren. Can get you a drink. If you're hungry or looking for beds, I'm sure I can find you something. No, I'm not. I'm Apinora Asorinus. I spent my youth in the Imperial Legion. But unfortunately, my sword arm was crippled, and I was unable to continue serving. We legionnaires take care of our own, though, and now my place is here, keeping tavern. All right. Yeah. What can you tell me? Publican. Yeah, I can see that. Latest rumors. Waran had heard that Neralius, one of the couriers, has gone missing between here and Fort Herald. Where is Fort Herald? Yeah, I know. This was the one that the High Elf was talking about, right? I guess that Fort Herald is not on this map. It's not in Anvil, I think. Because there are only 3 forts, two of which are destroyed, and we are in the 3rd, so yeah. Right, advice? If you are in need of equipment, or grab in the armory can meet most of your needs. Midrago at the archery range in the courtyard might suit you if you're looking to keep a little distance between yourself and the enemy. I am always keeping my distance. Or not. Little secret. Scattered Colovian tombs can be found across the Western Highlands. Such tombs once served as the final repose for kings and saints of the Colo Nordic nobility. But as the old families changed and died out, they have become obsolete. This does not mean they are safe, however. For all their piety and honor, the old Colovian kings had no problem with using necromancy to safeguard their treasures. All right. I think I should
serve the Emperor and the Emperor's law.
Go and check. Martenix Nonisa. Fort Heath is the only active Legion garrison. Yes, I know. I've already been told that, so that's why I think Heliana sure is a beauty, isn't she? I'm a lucky man just to take her out on this date. Who is Heliana? Are you Heliana?
I'm
So
listening.
you're on a date? All right. Sorry to interfere. Those would just be rooms. Oh, hi, Zarami.
So what's this about?
I guess you're just a miner. Yeah, right. Nothing much more here then. All right. I think we can, like, go home. I could use just, like, divine intervention, I think, and it would be, like, just fine. I think. You see? There's the goldstone. I guess there's the mine in here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. All right. So let's just go back home. I think it's all I can do today because I really do need to get on with my own house. It is called, I mean, it will be called Sunset Cottage. And yeah, it's almost finished. I've been toying with the idea to make it like a little bit more sort of just try and maybe script something, but oh gosh, not too good. So but then I thought, you know, I should actually try Ashfall. Just rather than script any, you know, baking cookies and stuff. I should actually try Ashfall, shouldn't I? Oh wow. This is the old cottage, ruined. Oh wow. Uh-huh. However, I don't want any of that. It's heavy and not very expensive. And I've got all the money I need, actually. Right, so this is the olive tree. Danta's nests. I really love Dantas. Now we'll be home just on time. Just, I think, just on time for the beautiful sunset. I hope. Oh, yes. I think we've got ourselves a thumbnail. Ha, I like this one too. Ah. Yeah, the fog is just, you know, appearing and disappearing. A cemetery? Some kind of a crypt, I think. Ah, another way shrine. Oh, wow. There's a proper pinkish sunset. All right. So, I guess where are we? Yeah, at the fort. Right, I need to go back to the... What's that? That way shrine? Mara. All right. We need to go back, report, and unfortunately, stop for now. Oh, the rain. Right. So I think I will be Ugh. I'm pretty sure that those crypts are like, you know, dangerous.
Go ahead.
Vocatia quinata. Weep not, my friends. Reforge for tonight, feast with the gods. Reforge? Rejoice. Ah, all right. Rejoice for tonight, I feast with the gods. All right. Busafani. What? Prosalvi Antonini something Avo. have I know not one word in Latin. I used to learn Latin though in uni, but yeah, it was not my strongest suit. Sorry to say that. Anyway, I think we are there, right? Yeah, we are there at the gates. So, oh, can I buy a saddled horse? I think I can, even though I probably cannot ride it.
Time now.
Can I?
Greetings. It would be a pleasure to do
Can I
business with
barter?
you.
You know, barter with you to buy a horse, right? All right. Another thing I want to do, because I've seen it done like 2 times, is Fighters Guild. But I think this will need to wait a little tiny bit, because for now, actually, I really do want to... yes. It's a simple charm, but a lot of mages don't bother to learn it. On the Strident Coast, that can mean your end. Speak to me again when you are prepared for further duties. Well, actually, I am not. I want to do the Thieves Guild. But in order to do that, I need to ease my burdens, which are great. So I need a house. So with that said, I think I will continue. I will continue building the house, and yeah, I think we'll reconvene on the cottage finishing episode. But for tonight, for today, it's ta-ra. See you.